Well, summer is winding down, but there's still a good 2 months left of the growing season.
So in the garden this week, we take a look at updating the flowers and other annuals you planted in pots last spring. If your container plants look like the ones on my deck, then they may be past their prime. They can get crowded to the point where they just don't look as good as they did a month ago.
This time of year, they're usually outgrowing their container that they're planted in, probably overgrown, really large, not enough soil to continue to thrive the way they should.
Shaina Berg with Bachman'S in Plymouth says with a few simple steps, you can update container plants and put an emphasis on fall colors.
There's a lot of great colors and textures that you can work with. Another thing to remember is you don't always need a lot of blooming, just to look for different tones that complement or contrast each other.
Step number 1, start with at least 50% new soil.
A lot of times the nutrients will wash through the container and it's good to just add fresh.
Then what you plant for fall may be a little different than summer.
We have a thriller plant, a filler plant, and then a spiller.
Shaina likes to start with the big thriller, in this case a tall plant called Pennisetum Grass.
A thriller is a tall showpiece, if you will, that would go either in the middle or the back of your planter.
Then choose a couple of so-called filler plants like Celosia, that's the one with red flowers, or even ornamental Kale.
And I like to add a lighter colored leaf too that will also contrast the darker as well. So I was going to tuck him right in the back.
Then comes the spiller, a plant that literally spills over the front of the container, in this case, coral bells.
Especially in fall, I think is a great time to plant because you do get all those rich colors.
And Shaina also says, don't worry about putting in too many plants because the rest of the growing season is pretty short and they really won't grow that much. But just add water and you're set to go for
look
good. 2 more months probably.
All right.